Okay, so let's just get right into it. For what, the last 15 years or so, our lives have been all about tapping and swiping on these little rectangles of glass. But a super secret project, from the guy behind ChatGPT and the man who literally designed the iPhone, is apparently about to change, well, everything.
And this really is the central question, isn't it? We have these unbelievably powerful AIs now, but we're still talking to them through an interface that's basically ancient by tech standards. You got to ask yourself, does that actually make any sense?
Well, Sam Altman from OpenAI and Jony Ive, the design legend behind basically every Apple product you've ever loved, they are betting the farm on a big, fat no. Turns out they've been secretly meeting and sketching this whole thing out for years.
And their goal, it isn't just to build another cool gadget. No, they're trying to create the very thing that makes the smartphone totally and completely obsolete.
So what's the actual problem they're trying to solve here? Well, it all comes down to this really powerful analogy that kind of frames their entire mission.
This quote, right here, this is the heart of Sam Altman's pitch to Jony Ive. The idea is so simple but so powerful. We've built a Ferrari engine, this incredible AI, but we're still stuck putting it inside a horse-drawn carriage. The hardware we use every single day just can't keep up with the power of what the software can do.
And it was exactly that frustration that led to what might just be the most ambitious team-up in the history of tech. So, after co-founding OpenAI, Elon Musk famously stormed out back in 2018. And you know what? That might have been the best thing that ever happened to the company. Because just a few years later, they unleashed ChatGPT on the world, the fastest-growing product in human history. And by 2025, they were ready for their next huge move, teaming up with Jony Ive.
And listen, this wasn't just some casual partnership. Oh no, OpenAI straight up acquired Ive's entire design firm Lovefrom in a deal reportedly worth up to $6.5 billion in stock. They basically absorbed 55 of the world's absolute best designers and engineers in one fell swoop. What this tells you, loud and clear, is that for OpenAI, this is not just some little side project.
So, you've got the dream team, a massive war chest. What in the world are they building? Seriously, forget everything you think you know about a smart device.
According to a bunch of leaks, it's a device that fits in the palm of your hand and has, get this, absolutely no screen. It's designed to be always on, always watching, and always listening. It doesn't need a wake word like "Hey Siri," because it's built to just understand the context of your life by fusing what it sees and hears with this growing memory of your habits. The whole goal is to make something that feels less like a tool and more like, and this is a direct quote from an insider, a friend who's a computer.
Okay, so let's imagine how this actually works. You walk into your kitchen and you just say out loud, "What can I make with what's in my fridge?" The device's camera sees what you've got, the AI remembers you're vegetarian, and boom, it instantly suggests a recipe. No unlocking your phone, no opening an app, no typing a single thing.
And don't think for a second this is some far-off sci-fi concept. They are already working with Apple's own manufacturers, and the rumored target for the first version is late 2026. That is right around the corner.
Okay, but this is where we have to hit the pause button and talk about the giant, flashing red light elephant in the room, an always-on device that sees and hears everything you do. That raises some absolutely enormous questions about privacy.
This whole concept is a fundamental trade-off. On one hand, you have the dream, the ultimate personal assistant that's seamless, helpful, and frees you from your screen. But on the other hand, you have the nightmare, the ultimate surveillance device. We're not just talking about a company having your data. We're talking about an AI that knows your private conversations, your unspoken habits, your moments of weakness. It's a total loss of privacy, with the constant risk of it all being hacked.
I mean, think about all the concerns people already have about their smart speakers maybe listening in. As one analysis put it, the sheer scale and intimacy of this device's data collection would make all the privacy issues around Alexa look like a child's toy. The stakes are just exponentially higher.
Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're right to be skeptical. We've heard about iPhone killers before. The tech graveyard is littered with them. So why might this time actually be different?
Well, it really boils down to three things. Past attempts, like Google Glass, had pretty weak AI and just terrible timing. But now, the AI is finally powerful enough to actually deliver on the promise. The team's credibility is, well, it's unmatched. And maybe most importantly, the timing is perfect. Why? Because we are all feeling a deep, deep sense of screen fatigue.
And if you need proof, just look at this number. The average person checks their phone 96 times a day.
96. That is once every 10 minutes that you are awake. Altman and Ive are betting that we are all desperate for a way to break that cycle, to get what's called ambient intelligence, helpful info, seamlessly, without the constant distraction of a screen.
But look, at the end of the day, this isn't just about a new gadget. It's about ending the 50-year-old desktop metaphor of computing. For half a century, we've organized our digital lives like a physical office, with files, folders, and windows. This new device imagines a future where we don't need to find information anymore. The information just finds us, through natural conversation. It's a huge shift towards technology finally learning to understand us instead of the other way around.
So here's the bottom line. Even if this specific device fails, it represents the first, really serious attempt to imagine what computing looks like beyond the smartphone. It's opening a door that really can't be closed again. The screen age might actually be ending, and a new era of ambient conversational AI is coming. So the only real question left is, are you ready for it?